Inspire with Nendrix, the foundation.
Hey, Embracing Arms community, this is Dr. Danielle Hairston with Your Best Life, and I'm coming back to you with another 5-minute quickie. Hope you had an amazing day today. I certainly had a very productive day. I won't say if it was super amazing, but it was productive. But I wanted to share some thoughts with you today. We are kind of doing a lot of virtual stuff, right? So technology is just booming right now. Like, we're registering for things and everything is, online, and, we are showing up to presentations and all of that stuff is online, and it's just crazy out here. So here's a couple things that we should be considering when either we are conducting, facilitating discussions online or workshops online, or we're hosting programs or events or discussions online. Some things just to make it a little more seamless as we are planning. First of all, if you're trying to get speakers to come and speak for your clients or your participants about issues, it's always really, really good to send multiple confirmations because people are busy. Their emails are getting full. They're missing things are getting pushed down to the bottom of their, to-do list. And so it's always really, really important to send multiple confirmations to people who you are scheduling to present for your colleagues. The other thing is that it's always good that if you have a speaker that you're interested in coming to, virtually to speak to your colleagues or to participate in an event or a series that you're doing, it's always really important to actually have a phone conversation or some type of virtual conversation with them prior to you even booking them, just so that you can sit with them for a couple of minutes to tell them about who you are, what your organization is all about, and get them prepared for the presentation and what they could expect. That's always been very, very helpful, especially if you don't know the person. Just have a little bit of a human connection with them prior to that. And the other thing is that always log in. So if your virtual presentation is starting at 1, you as the host should log in at a minimum 30 minutes before and ask the facilitator or the presenter to actually log in 30 minutes before that event also. So that gives you enough time to make sure that their technology is right. If you have some cool tips for them to help navigate through their presentation. If you have a host that you've assigned for that time, log in also. You can introduce them. Just to make it seamless and flawless. And then just talk to them for a little bit, at least for about 10 or 15 minutes prior to the session beginning so that, they understand exactly what to be expected and what that agenda looks like. Also, take the time to ask the presenter to stay on after the event is over so that you can just decompress a little bit and debrief quickly, just to thank them again one-on-one for joining you. So those are some of the tips that I would say it's really critical to making sure that virtual event is smooth, multiple confirmations, having a conversation with the potential speaker well in advance so that they can see a face-to-face, have a face-to-face with you. Log on early so that you can deal with all the technology glitches and introduce the host and making sure that the host understands to manage the chat, session and to remember to record and all of those things. So that's just some tips that I think was very helpful for me as I'm planning events, and hopefully that's helpful for you as you're planning events, just to make it smooth. The one last thing that I do want to say, what I found really helpful is that after you've had that conversation with the presenter that's logging in for about 20 minutes, just to kind of get them acclimated, cut off all your screens and everything, and then put some music on, some background music as people are logging in. And so that for 5 or 6 minutes prior to it starting, they're listening to music and it's not dead silence. So that helps a little bit more. So just some helpful tips. We're in a virtual world now, so we have to be creative and how to keep everyone engaged. If you have some other tips or some ideas, comment below. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe, tell other people about these 5-minute quickies with Dr. Harrison Green and Your Best Life. Go out in the community and can embrace someone. They're waiting for you. Continue to live your best life. And remember, while you're out in the community, cover up. If you're not concerned about your own health, be concerned about others. Have an amazing, amazing weekend.
My LaCasa boy, this is my residence. My prescription boy, this is my medicine. The world can be sickening and living in house resemblance. Not to mention the media's effort to keep us in the most simplistic state of mind. Lowest age bracket committing the highest rate of crime.